What's up? What's up? What's up? Jacob, look at O2 Gamer. What's going on? Anyway, I've gotten just a absolute ton of requests lately for more original four hero builds. Let me get old Nightbot all fixed up here real quick. In fact, let me tab out for a sec here. Sorry guys, give me just one moment. I was unprepared. Imagine that. Johnny, what's going on? Alright, here we go. Doing solo matches today there, Volks. What's going on, Colin? Got a new bow last night, too, I want to play around with. I can't get the numbers out of it that I get with the scatter shot, but it's accurate. I'll give it that. What's going on, Jimmy? How you doing? No Mike, what up? Alright, so... See, nothing but original four heroes. What do we want to do here? I think we'll actually use Sky Guards, and these are all different builds for the most part. I think, obviously, with just the original four heroes, there will be some similarities to other builds, but let's see, what do we want to do here? Can get away with using only one here, but I kind of want to just use two. In fact, I think that will work. It's all good, Colin. It happens, man. It happens. Let's see. Gonna wall it up and flame it up, and then I think, well, we're gonna have to check the DU, but I'd like to put some traps on the walls, I think. Move these up just a touch. Get a little bit more spawn campy here. Let's see, let me get the rest of this stuff down. So I'm gonna go three flame R's on every entrance. I'm not sure how much DU that's gonna leave me. Using those the Sky Guards are a little pricey. White Sushi, what's going on, man? You've been playing a lot of late night DD2. I've been lurking. See, that's 4, and I went and said 3, so I'm already breaking my own rule here. Now, I don't... I got mixed emotions on this side, too, because the Flame R's kill all the flyers in this lane. So it kind of makes you wonder. I think something's going to leak if I do that. Let's just go with 2 here. Thank you very much for subscribing there, Kevin. I do appreciate it. I'm half tempted just to back this lane all the way up. I hate to give any of these long-range mobs any shots at the core, but let's try this and see if it works. And I got plenty of range on the Sky Guards there. Let's see, something like that. That leaves me, what, 350? That's quite a bit. So I actually can go... I can thin the herd a little bit at these entrances. I'll put one right there. And then let's go one here. And that'll just soften things up a little bit. And that's going to leave me, what? 290. Alright, let's see if we can get some traps in the mix here. Asmodeus, you just want to, in C7, you want to make sure you're using stuff that kills ground and flyers, as there's flyers that come out of the main lanes, is the main deal with C7. So I actually did it the first time in C6, or with Chaos 6 walls. I almost think I could have went with another aura down here, but let's see how the DU works out with 3 traps at each lane. Oh, I won't be too far behind you there, Colin. Yeah, that's what I figured there, White Sushi. I'm usually a late night gamer. Like these 3 o'clock streams, I mean, I like get right out of bed and play them. You know, I've just worked such late shifts for the last bunch of years. Yeah, I was looking around. I couldn't find what I was really looking for the thumbnail, but I went with that one. Let's see, and that leaves me 110 left. Tell you what, let's do that. And I'd like to try to ignore this lane as much as possible. So I think I'm going to do that as well. And then that leaves me enough for 1 flame aura or 1 trap. I think I'm going to go the flame aura route. And go something more like this. That'll give us a little more power down here, and I can pretty much ignore that lane for the most part. Alright. Throw a couple of ups on these sky guards. And see how this goes. I don't like, with the crazy range of those the hex throwers, I don't like building anything that would be in range of them with the core, but we're gonna have to see. This may or may not work out. It's that looked like that Skyguard wasn't attacking. Gonna have to check that with the next group of flyers coming in. Actually, there's some coming in right now. Okay. It's going to town, so it's all good. The explosive poison's the one you want, Colin. I can't say that over the internet there, Tim. I live on the Pacific coast of Washington State. I'll just leave it at that. You'd be amazed, even a small YouTuber like myself. I still can't share any personal info. There's hex throwers, but there's not as many. So they're not too terribly difficult to deal with. Yeah, PDTs are great, or Asmodeus. You do have geodes though, so you want to make sure you put them back far enough where the geodes are being destroyed by something else. And then also on that same note, if you put them too close, the cobalts that come out will dive bomb any towers really quickly. You're in Everett? Yeah, I'm a little further south and a little further west than you are. PCT, what's up? It does, Colin, but defense rate does the same thing. So your best bet is to go with defense rate over enhanced poison. The enhanced poison, of course, only affects the poison, where the defense rate affects the regular PDT speed and the poison. What's going on there, Tim? I'm not using the proper item right now, Zlamani. I just haven't found the right piece yet. And, I mean, surprisingly, as much as I've played the maps and as much as I've grinded it out. Thanks for following there, Baked Bard. Anyway, I just haven't found very many medallions. So I'm using a mark on it, which is not my preference. But, yeah, I'm using a mark with defense rate, defense range, and defense crit damage. This one is probably Asmodeus. This one's pretty easy. And, there we go. Yeah, junky piece. This one's pretty easy. This one is just really DU efficient, since you can shut it down to 3 lanes like this. It gives you 300 DU per lane, which is pretty huge. Nice, Minecraft. However, sewers, they're all really easy to start, really, except Nimbus. Nimbus, it's not that it's any harder, it's just, Nimbus is the exact opposite of this map. It's not very DU efficient. I know these traps probably aren't doing much because I was sitting there firing into them, but I want to look at these others. Train going by, sorry guys. Yeah, they've done a little bit. 3 million. 4.5 million on that one. 4 million. That's not too bad. What's this Flamar done? 35 million. Yeah, big difference. But the coverage, 220 on that one. Just the range of coverage is hugely different. They stack, Colin, on the poison damage, but with the current tier of gear, you may end up going below the fastest it can attack, as those shards do follow the speed caps. So using 2 of them, I would guess, would be a bit of a waste nowadays. Now, I'm excited to hear all the news next week. I used the original 4 heroes to get all the way to C5 there, Jimmy. I actually didn't play the original 4, or I didn't play anything but the original 4 heroes for like a week when the trials first hit. Huntress traps are pretty beast there, Cesar. They do a ton of damage. Oh, it used to work there, Colin, but like I said, now you're going to go past the caps, so you're not going to get the level of effectiveness by stacking enhanced poison and defense rate. I'm doing original 4 heroes today there, Minecraft. You can look on my channel for absolutely stupid amounts of EV2 stuff. That's basically all I've done for the last 2 weeks. So every live stream on my channel for the last couple weeks has got various EV2 builds. In fact, I've used everything in them. Reflect beams, I've used it all. So it's all there for sure. I'm actually gonna release a bunch of I'm gonna get back to doing some build videos, and I'm sure they're gonna get outdated pretty quickly because we have update news course coming again next week, and every update has basically changed things. So I'm sure that the builds will change, but I am going to get some stuff out there doing original 4 heroes only, because it's just been really heavily requested. But yeah, Huntress traps are mean as hell. The problem with explosive traps particularly is just the range is so small. A lot of mobs run past them, you know, really quick. So you have to get the maximum effectiveness out of them, you definitely have to throw some slows in the mix. No doubt about that. Let's just take that one all the way up. But I mean, right now, you can do Chaos 7 with just about any heroes. I mean, of course, if you went like full projectile, it would be a little tougher for you since there's geodes and the kobolds dive bomb. But it's still possible. You would just have to manually kill the geodes. But that's about the only limit. I'm playing solo right now, Billy. I'm going to be doing Chaos 5 with viewers tonight at 11 o'clock. Ooh. Those guys got a little close. Got wrecked. I got a little lower health. The main thing you want to do is just look at the enemies you're facing there, No Mike. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory if you look at the mobs that are special to that tier. There's a video that on my channel is called something like Know Your Enemy. It's only valid through Chaos 5 right now because I haven't done a 6 or 7 yet. But like if it's you know, if the main enemy is, say, the EMP orcs, stay away from ground traps or be careful with your ground trap placement. You know, if it's something like shield geodes, then of course you want to minimize the projectile towers or have a plan to kill them up front. So one of the main thing I think needs to change is right now it's just way too grindy of a game, and that's going to turn people off going up the ladder now, because shy of getting carried, like to go through and do it all, build it all, do it all legit solo yourself, it's just an incredible grind in every chaos tier just about, and it would, you know, in my opinion, it would turn a lot of people off because a lot of people don't have the time, you know. There's supposed to be big patch news next week there, crew, but no actual patch. I'm assuming the patch will probably come the week after. But I don't know, I'm just completely guessing. But we're supposed to get news next week. The loot system is being reworked, and we're supposed to hear info about that. Yeah, I think the other bow I was using had health on it. This one's doing a little bit more damage, but I live way longer. I take breaks, Rowan. I play different stuff. You know, last night I hopped into Long Dark. Tonight, after the 11 p.m. stream, I'm thinking about checking out the new Astroneer patch. They redid, actually a patch ago, like a week and a half ago or so, they redid the research system. So I'm anxious to hop back in and check it out. The developers suggested that you do a fresh playthrough because most of the most of the changes were all directly related to the the progression system and so on. Well, the last thing I need is another totem, so I bet it's 60 ups. No, 45 anyway. I've already finished the entry-level stuff, no, Mike. I just haven't done updated Know Your Enemies for Chaos 6 and 7. But, I mean, I'm pretty much done with what I was going to do. With the main jump is getting from Campaign to Chaos 1. As soon as you get to Chaos 1, it's just all about the grind. You know? And grinding and grinding and grinding. You're going to get more Ascension, you're going to get more gear. When Chaos 1 becomes easy for you, then do Chaos 2 and rethink your entire builds. Alright. So, I'm going to go a little different this time. I'm still going to use Flame Auras. Nah, Heavy Cannonball actually is the most devastating defense to yourself against geodes. Those things hit so insanely hard. Just cannons, period. Their crit damage is so hard, but they do not go penetrate the geodes. They're going to hit the vanguards hard enough where that shield absorption doesn't make a big difference. But the geodes, they bounce back in your face, and boy, do they sting. Alright. That's when I first started Chaos 5. Well, I can't say when I first started Chaos 5. When the geodes, the bug geodes, came into Chaos 5, I lost a lot of matches due to that, because I was using heavy cannonballs almost exclusively. This is going to be a little sketchy here. I kind of want to get some projectiles into the mix so you guys see what I'm talking about now with gonna have to see if those are hitting or if they're bouncing off the wall. They may end up just bouncing off the wall. I mean, the answer to vanguards and geodes is just don't use projectiles unless you're comfortable with it. I mean, you can still use them, but you're going to have to come up with other ways to kill the geodes. The vanguards will eventually die as long as your walls are strong enough. Man, I got a feeling that thing is going to get dive bombed like crazy. We will see. Trying to put everything semi back a little ways. See, do I have enough for, what have I got? I'm gonna have 480. Yeah, it's quite a few flame R's. 16 of them, I believe. Yeah, your best bet there, Baked Bard, is to do like the last couple of maps, or just do Assault on Throne Room several times on campaign, and then try Chaos 1 and see how you do. But the objective, remember, when you start a new tier, the objective is not to win. The objective is to get new upgrades. You're not going to win your first match unless you just grinded out the previous, tier's ascension. What's going on there, Sharkson? Let's see. Try to get triple coverage on this lane here. Alright, and then that leaves me enough for 4 more. So that will be just about perfect. Something like that, maybe? Basically, I want to get the geodes burned before they get up front. Let me see. All these heroes have gear and weapons? Yep. Alright. Let's see how this goes here. Mainly, I want to check this PDT and see if it's actually shooting them or if it's just hitting the wall. Need to get some bigger mobs rolling up out of there to be able to test it. Nope, hitting the wall. It was worth a shot. Firing right into that wall right there. Now I just got a bad feeling this one's gonna get dive bombed, but I'm gonna pop it up there anyway. But oh yeah, smashing the wall. How are these walls doing? Looks like they're doing good. Nice, Sharkson. Going good there, prospects. They're both really good there. PS4. So use who you like the best. I mean, one's not really better than the other. One piece of gear, you know, takes one from being better to worse if you have just one better piece of gear on the other one. So, I mean, they're both really solid. Should always do that anyway. Just play the heroes you like the best. I mean, there's always a way to make them work, you know. Now, if you're trying to get a hero to do something that they're not meant to do, then of course that's a different story, but for the most part, you can do whatever you want on any hero and get things to work. Yeah, siege rollers are a pain. They're baked beards. They used to be 1,000 times worse, let me tell you. They got nerfed hard. I only imagine them before. This is just brutal. That their projectiles used to hit objectives and just pure pain. Fishers don't hit flyers, Nick, which makes them not as effective in Chaos 7. They're good in all the other tiers. Flame Auras do a tiny bit more damage if you just put them side by side. But Flame Auras hit flyers, so it makes it kind of a no-brainer for Chaos 7. I like the DPS Apprentice too there, Dizzy Diana. You can definitely still use him, pardon me. Any way you want. You can do a strong hero damage, hero crit, hero health set, or go ability power, hero health. Now, I've been sticking to Arcane Volley personally, and I think it's really strong. In fact, I'm probably going to switch to that in the next day or two, because I still don't have a Chaos 7 weapon for my Apprentice. That'll give me something to do this weekend, grind out an Apprentice weapon. That always works there, White Sushi. Either that or you have a lot of fun getting trolled. One of the two. Alright, well this definitely looks like it's holding up. The only thing that could really hurt me right now, I think, is a Cobalt flying into one of these PDTs. But then there's still enough Flame Auras to, ooh, that was bad. There's enough Flame Auras to take things down in a pinch. Pretty easy to do, really, Sharkson. Once you do it once, you're like, oh, really? I mean, it's kind of a, you know, you can only, it only fits in one hole, you know? So it's not like you can put stuff in the wrong spot. You know, it's pretty easy to do. I'm sure you won't have a problem with it. Baked Bard, if you're depending on where you're at and how late you stay up, or how early you get up, at 11 p.m. I'm doing Chaos 5 runs with viewers, and the only requirement is to have completed the campaign. So that'll get you. Now your gear, of course, is based currently. I'm assuming this is going to be what changes in the update, but currently the gear is based off of what you're wearing. So always equip your best pieces as you're going up through the chain, and that will allow you to get better pieces. And that includes everyone in your hero deck. So anybody that's got either no gear or low gear, you want to take them out of your hero deck before you start the map. Ah, shit, forgot about that PDT down here. Hope I don't destroy it. I usually run down here if I die and have assassins on me. If you do exclamation stats in chat there, Renan, it will give you a link to all those numbers. Remember, your damage that you do is based off of all your pieces, though, not just the weapon. So don't worry about grinding the weapon. The most important thing you want to worry about with the weapon is the shot type, and make sure it's one that you like. But how much damage that weapon does comes from all of your gear. So, not, you know, you don't need to sweat the weapon as much as people think they do. I don't remember the exact model there, Sharksham, but I'm using that AS Rock Fatality motherboard. You don't even need to worry about that much when you're just coming up through the ranks there, Colin. The substat on a weapon isn't going to make you win or lose a match. I mean, obviously, once you get up to probably, I'd say Chaos 5 or whatever, you'd want to start thinking about that stuff, but come on, die already. Man, I feel so squishy. I think I had like 30,000 more health with the other weapon I was using. Something like that. I'm not familiar with that one there, Sharkson, to give you any sort of a recommendation on it. Just look it up. Tom's Hardware updates that stuff all the time. They do all the reviews and what's best for gaming, blah 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 blah, and all that stuff. I would definitely check that page out. Yeah, if all your DPS is ability power, Colin, then the shot type probably don't matter too much to you at all. I mean, unless you're playing an EV and you're worried about burning heat. Or, you know, going for like a Gunwitch AP crit build or something like that. Might even bust out the old Gunwitch this weekend. I haven't played her yet in Chaos 7. Just because of the silly relic hunt. Looks like it's going to hold no problem, though. See, anyway, so if you want to mix PDTs or any other projectile tower into the mix, it's very beneficial to have something up front. Like these Flamars here, killing those geodes before they get into range. That way you don't have to worry about the reflex. Oh, I agree, Dizzy. It was much, much easier. Item power made things a lot easier to figure out upgrades and whatnot. I mean, once you play the game more, you're going to become very familiar with the stats and what you're looking for. So you're not going to be as... you're going to know right away by looking at it. You know, now, as far as just looking at the raw stats, the first thing I look at is whether or not it's 60 upgrades. If something's not 60 upgrades, for me, it's not going to work. Or it's not going to be an upgrade for what I have. So I just look at that first. And I don't look at anything else. Yeah, Colin, but Power Storms procs so easily. It doesn't stack, you know. Once it procs, it's up for that duration. So, I mean, I personally like, don't get me wrong, I mean, I like fast firing weapons better than any. I just think they're the coolest. But you don't have to sweat it that much with Power Storms because it's still going to proc and stay up as often as it is now. See, there's actually some decent gloves, but I've got those Hero Damage Hero Crit gloves right now, but I will save those for another hero, maybe. Let's see. Got a feeling going to be getting rid of all this gear here pretty soon. Hopefully. Raven host. Got all those. Clear up some of this inventory of my Keyman. I try not to have my inventory too sloppy coming in to stream because I don't want to spend the stream managing my inventory. There we go. Well, thanks there, Aiden. I appreciate it, man. Power Storms is pretty powerful shard, Sharkson. I mean, Channel's a good shard, too. Oh, Dizzy, don't sweat that. We have all done that. Every one of us has upgraded the wrong item at some point in time. Sometimes a whole bunch of times. I get a little upgrade happy because I always try to push to the highest tier as quick as possible. So I end up spending quite a bit of gold and metals. When how do we want to do this one? I think this one might bust out the sky guards again. Or you know what? I'll go PDT flame armors just like the last one. Yeah, they didn't wasn't a whole lot of information on the Trendy Friday Fun there, Jalal. What's going on there, Shadow PQ? Yeah, it just wasn't much there. I mean, Isom can only tell us what he can tell us, you know, mum's the word. He's got to keep all the secrets. Let's see. I was really hoping we'd hear something today, but we didn't. So, you know, what can we do? Wait till next week. I got a feeling there's going to be some patch notes and then maybe a dev stream next week, though. I'm hoping, anyway. Just too hard not to spawn camp this lane. It's just such a long, straight lane. You know what? Let me get some R's down first. Just all about getting to the top there, Dizzy. You actually get, I mean, metals are the same, of course, no matter what, but you get a pretty nice amount of gold in Chaos 7. My gold has been going up. What am I at now? I'm at 83 million. I mean, I was down to 67 million probably, like maybe 2 weeks ago. And I'm definitely getting back up there. Nah, this next update is, they've already said what it is, Jalal. It's reworking the loot system. Not necessarily for endgame players, but for transitioning through. I think that gear gating thing might go away. I'm not sure. But they've already said that pets are going to come later. Let's just go for it and lose the objective. Why not? They haven't confirmed that yet, their T-Man. But it looks like there should be. It depends on how the work on the update goes, I'm sure. They're not going to do a dev stream unless the update's going to be ready to release the next week. So that's what it's all going to revolve around. Yeah, that's not what the testers are doing, Jalal. I mean, they might have something thrown in the mix with it, but I mean, like I said, they've been very open about what's coming in this particular update. And he's also been pretty open about saying pets are going to come later. A pet rework. The gear gating sucks, I think, Sharkson. It's confusing to people, and it's irritating and buggy. So, I mean, I would disagree with you 100%. I could give a shit if if I want to carry one of my buddies, I should be able to, you know? Now, I understand where people are coming from with all the leechers and all that stuff, but that's just the nature of the game. Let's go right there. And I think I'll ignore that other. You know, if I've got a friend or whatever that I'm introducing to the game and I want to help power level or whatever, I should be able to do that, you know? I mean, it would have to be seriously refined, but the problem is just the nature of it is so buggy. Instead of having a set, you know, like a set loot table per map, having something that's based off of some unknown algorithm with your gear that no one has any possibility of figuring out 100%. So, I mean, I really, really hope that it goes away. I was fine with item power. I think that will come later, crew. There will be more, like, special weapons and all that stuff. All that will get added back in, but that's gonna take a game mode update, I'm sure. But yeah, I hear you. I mean, basically, if you took a medallion with defense crit and defense speed, and then put defense rate, defense range, and power transfer on it, you could put it in any defense. I mean, it is, you know, it's very, very generic, so to say, right now, as far as what you can use where. But, I mean, that's good, too. Thank you very, very much there, Twisted Draven. I do appreciate it. You know, it's good, too, in the aspect of it allows you to play what you want. You know, so, I mean, both... There's a up and a down to each of that. But I hear you, though. I would love to see some, you know, some more of the special weapons and all that stuff. It definitely, it made it feel like you had more purpose, I think is what the deal was, crew. You know, you had a objective other than, you know, I want to get this, you know. I mean, I think they'll add in targeted farming like that. I mean, it was a thing with Dungeon Defenders, so I don't see why it wouldn't be with DD2. Everybody loved it there, you know. This PDT up here always makes me wonder. I was really hoping that the info was going to come today, but you know, what can you do? Of course, I want the updates to come as quick as possible, but you know, then again, I'm not the guy making them, so it's a lot easier on my end when all I have to do is wait for a download and then play. Oh, I agree there, Dizzy. I'll be a big fan of survival mode when they add it in, or the reworked Onslaught. I'm very, very anxious to see what that brings to the table. Man, I gotta get some more health on this guy, or switch weapons back. Just getting face rolled. Oops. Failed jumping. Failed jumping for the loss. Come on, you can do it. Close call there. I actually hope it's more like the original Dungeon Defenders, where, I mean, like, that's where I got all my best gear from, was from survival. Now, you had the targeted maps, of course. You know, if you wanted a weapon, you did King's Game or whatever, you know. It does. I'm not doing quite the 5mm with this this shot type there, Twisted Draven, but I'm doing over 4 in sustained damage. So yeah, it's dishing out the pain. God dang it, did I just upgrade that wall? I did. Full on derping today, let me tell you. Well, what's going on there, Crazy Grandpa? How you doing? Yeah, I mean, they've been putting the work in. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, of course they want to get it out of early access, get it released. And that's, you know, that's definitely a good thing. Yeah, you were all salty that day there, Jalal. Alright, Colin, take it easy. Have a good one. See if I can get some shots off here. Come on, baddies. You gotta really stay moving if you want to stay alive against the siege rollers when you're all squishy like this. There is no just toughing it out and blazing through it. Now, a lot of times it's easier just to die and come back with it not shooting at you. Take it easy there, prospects. Have a good one. Let's see, how we coming? Looking good. Let me check that other side. Oh yeah, looking good over there too. And I never lost the sub-objective, so I built all this for nothing. Gotta pay attention to that. Just wasting my time here. You know, well, depending on what map I get, I think I want to try a Knockup build next map. I'm still gonna flame R it up. But I think it'd be fun to play with this heavy hitting sky guards and some geysers, maybe. I'm 42 there, Twisted Draven. Be 43 next week. Actually, a week from today, in fact. Debating on doing a all-day birthday stream. Haha. Oh, it ain't like that, minders. It's actually, you would be surprised at the, you know, a lot of people say that Dungeon Defenders is played by nothing but 12-year-olds, you know. But you would be surprised, and I can tell you directly from my... You know, I mean, YouTube gives you demographic reports like that on, you know, the different age groups of your viewers, and most of the Dungeon Defenders viewers are actually between, like, age... I think, I want to say the widest group of them, like, was between 22 and 40, 45 or something like that. And there was like practically no one under 18. So yeah, I mean a lot of God dang it, I can't even kill it on purpose. Jesus. Anyway, there's a lot of mature players. $17 in a month. And don't get me wrong, I mean, there's still, obviously, there's still people that play it from all age groups. There's actually a small population of, like, I think it's 68 and up. 68 and up players that are watching the DD2 videos. I thought that was just awesome. I want to be that guy when I'm an old man. Yay! It finally dropped. Come deal with this assassin over here. Oh, absolutely, Joseph. I hear you. That's the reason I get to play the game all day, is because of my awesome wife. So that is a certainty, no doubt about it. Alright, let's see what we got here. And another purple box. Getting a lot of purple boxes. I do, Draven. I've got a son in the Navy. He's 22. Man, it's totem day, huh? That one's not very good. I did get a decent totem in the mix there on that run, though. I mean, not that I need another 60 up totem, but I will save it. I've got quite a few now. Just the medallions. You see, there's no gold colors up here in my medallion row. And that is no good. Alright. Hopefully we'll get a different map here. I'm hoping to mix them up. And of course I jinxed the crap out of it by saying that. It's alright. We'll bring some sky guards into the mix here. I'm not sure if I want to do that knockup build on this one, but you know, why not? What the hell? I'm going to have to configure a... going to have to put together a geyser huntress here real quick, I believe. Just keep grinding gear there, cuz that's about the only way. Let's see. I'm debating on using a bunch of them. Not sure if I like the range on that one. Let's see here. Seems alright, I guess. We'll see. These things are going to get dive bombed quite a bit, I think. You know what? Let's just go ham here. I'll definitely go knockups. Go with some knockups and some geysers, or some geysers and some SGTs. Let's see. Alright, now where do we want to wall this thing? Thinking I could wall it up right here, but I don't know how much coverage that's going to give. That's not going to give my Skyguard any coverage. I'll put another one. Why not? Let's go, oh, you know what? We can just move that one. Don't need another one. Just put it a little bit more in a little friendlier range. I'm wondering if that tree will block it any. Probably not. Let me just go ahead and I'll just put it right here. Yeah, that's not terrible. Could be better. Well, the main thing is because the geysers don't hit air. You know, that was actually in Chaos 5. That was how I cleared it the very first time I was able to clear it. Was with, I had 8 SGTs on Little Horn Valley. And then I put geysers and mystic walls all over the place. Let's see here. I need to make sure I leave. Ooh, getting a little rubber bandy there. Wonder what that's all about. Need to leave, I need to leave some mana. So that leaves me, what, 380. That's not too bad. But I need to put some stuff here. Let's go one more. Let me see if I have a Geyser Huntress all set up. I'm not sure if I do, to be honest. Yeah, that one's PDTs. That one's my deeps. Huh. Well, what am I going to do there? Is this one? Oh, there we go. This one's Geyser Trap. Let me see what kind of... Oh, I actually have... that's good enough. That's not a great... definitely not a great medallion. But it'll work. See, I got 290 left. So that's quite... That's 9. I should have used Mystic Walls. What the hell was I thinking? Apparently I'm not. Let's see. What's going on there, Schooler? Not everything, Jalal, but yeah, I mean, hopefully most of it dies in the Aras. That's the plan. I just want to get... I don't want the Skyguards to have to work too hard, but I do want them to get a little action in, you know. Although Skyguards are in a pretty decent place right now, they still just get targeted so heavily. Let's see, that's probably good enough. Let me get rid of this guy. Put the PDT one back in that slot. Alright, let's see if it holds. Wave 1 will be the test. See what goes down. I'm going to have to kill that objective myself, I think. Let me look at that Skyguard up top. Oh yeah, it's out in the open now, that's right. It'll crush everything. Yeah, that's why, Sharkson. Good call. I knew there was a reason why I didn't bust out the Mystic. The Mystic is indeed not OG. You can't buy that one, Kenny. That's from the Defense Council and Collector's Edition. skins, which are no longer available. So that was a limited item. Maybe in the future. Like these, I'm a Defense Council member, but I have the Collector's Edition as well. And I didn't get 2 separate sets of skins, which I was hoping I was. So I'm assuming that if you had one of those 2, you get them both. Let's see here. So, the Long Dark. I don't know if many of you guys are fans of the Long Dark, but man, how about that teaser? A 2-week long countdown to a release date. And I actually set my alarm clock to get up when the countdown expired so I could see what it was. But yeah, people were raging about that on the forums yesterday. I'm going to change it back here, Kenny. I'm going to change it back before tonight's stream, in fact. Yeah, looks like that first geyser is getting a little action. But yeah, anyway, August 1st. Now, they said that there was going to be another sandbox update before story mode comes out. But story mode gets released on August 1st. So I'm assuming that there is there's some other update that's going to be coming between now and then. I actually did a little interloper playthrough last night. Doing really good. I found the hammer pretty quick and got over to the Riken and made all my tools and then actually saved it for the night. I have to check these flame R's this round. I'm gonna change it back because the original sounds are awesome. Nothing wrong with them. I just wanted to have a little fun. I had my fun, and now I'm going to change it back. I'm assuming that the files will get overwritten anyway in the next update. I'm not positive on that, but maybe. Sorry, Joseph. Didn't mean to sink that in, but I hear you. Yeah, so anyway, there are a lot of these early access titles, Dungeon Defenders included, are making the last stretch to get out of early access. Now, Astroneer is going to be a while because they've got a lot of implementation to do. That the life or the progression of that game is still very, very young, but Astroneer is going to be cool. Subnautica just got another big update too, and I have yet to hop in and check that one out either. So I mean, there's a lot of good stuff. Thank you very much for subscribing there, Mammoth. I do appreciate it. Cookie Binger, what up? What are you doing awake? I think, you know, it's a lot of the 2014 games. The games that were released on Steam in early access, like in 2014, a lot of them are trying to make that final last stretch. I mean, of course, some of them were just cash grabs and they took the money and ran. You know, I don't necessarily dislike the play style of MOBAs like that, Colin. My main problem is I cannot stand click to move. It just irritates me beyond belief. I know you'd get used to it and everything else, but I just absolutely can't stand click to move. And that's the reason I don't play MOBAs. In fact, like even games like Diablo, I mean, I enjoyed them so much more on the console, not having to deal with the click to move thing. I mean, if I ever went back to Diablo 3, it would definitely be on the Xbox. Oh, I know. I read it. I just haven't gone on a click-to-move rant since last night. There was a discussion in Discord about click-to-move games last night. Unicorn! Oh shit, oh shit! Thanks, Unicorn. I appreciate it. 10 cents is better than no cents, you know? God, spacing out, my walls keep getting smashed. I wish I wouldn't have changed the Squire. I had an abundance of ability power hero health gear, so I ended up switching the Squire up. There we go. They're publicly saying they're trying to get it out of early access. Disney Diana is why Trendy's been talking about it, so that's what makes other people talk about it. Thank you very much for following there, Joker. Thank you, thank you. All right, I got some rebuilding to do here. I gotta pay attention to my walls. You get the fat walls, and you makes you real lackadaisical. I think that one will survive. I think this wall's fine. Alright, so what did we lose? We lost just one Skyguard. That's not too bad. Now, who was that? Monk Tank. Obviously not a Monk Tank anymore. Name changes! Oh, there's nothing wrong with the console, Jalal. Now, I play predominantly on the PC, as everybody knows. But, I mean, I enjoy playing on the console when I play on it. You know? And, like I mentioned, what brought that whole thing up is particularly those click-to-move games. Yeah, definitely. I even debated on deleting heroes and re-leveling them to get new names, because now it's so quick. But when you've got 30 plus heroes, I think I've got 37 now, something like that. It gets a little much. Ooh, spawning on the wrong side of the wall. Bad on you, Kellyanne. Thanks for following there, Kenny. I do appreciate it very much. Holy crap, Joseph. 32 heroes deleted and re-leveled. Oh. Man. It's not a bad idea, though. I definitely have debated on it. I mean, what does it take? Like 2 or 3 C5 runs to get to level 50? I think that's all it takes. So I mean, you could do 3 at a time. Actually, you could do 4 at a time with some of the OP builds. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, I mean, if you need any particular shard, that's a great time to do it. I have, Jalal. I sent a message, but I haven't received a response. I know they're all really busy. I'll send Isom. In fact, I'll send Isom an email after I get off the stream here. Alright, what did we get that time? Another purple. Well, there's a medallion. Let's see if it's a good one. It's not ideal, but it's usable. Throw a little vampiric in the mix somewhere, maybe. I'll keep it just in case. But probably won't end up using it, but you never know. Another power gambit. Man, I have such a hard time getting rid of those. They were so hard to find at the beginning. And now I think I've got an abundance of them sitting. Alright, let's get the next one going here. My problem was when the heroes were rolling out, and I was making 4 heroes at a time. You know, or I was actually doing 3. I was doing 3 and then keeping a DPS in the deck and leveling them up. And, you know, they ended up turning into names like EV2, EV3, EV4. You know, Lava Build, Lava Wall, Lava Deeps. Let's see what we want to do here. Let's go with the PDTs again. Like I mentioned, I'm going to do some spotlight videos or like 5-minute build type videos tonight, and I will go over all of the I'll go over all of the gear and all that good stuff because you know, like I said, I was surprised, but just the last week or so I've been getting just a ton of requests for original hero builds. You know what? Do I want to go all the way back? I think I want to go all the way back with this one. Let's lose the objective. Yeah, Joker, I just need that shield, man. Go cannonballs. Yeah, I could throw some cannonballs in, huh? Alright, I'll go cannonballs instead of PDTs then. Let me see. I think I got a cannonball square all set up. Nope. But I can remedy that pretty quickly. Has he got gear? Nope, doesn't have gear either. Check his ascension. Alright, good enough there. Just need to get him a medallion here. I think that's the one. And let's see. I want to use definitely range. Definitely heavy cannonball. And I think defense rate as well. Yeah, let's go like that. Alright. Had to. I cannot go. I need throne room. Chaos 7. Because I cannot live without this